Welcome to the fastest daf in town. Today we're going to Masech this Ketubot daf Tzadik Dalid. We are going to begin on Tzadik Gimel and Beis, the bottom by the Mishnah. Misha haya nasnei dalid nashim. You have a person who was married to 4 different wives, who maced, and then he died. Now, unlike the Mishnah we saw in yesterday's daf, here all the 4 Ketubos were written on different dates. So because they're different dates, so the din is harishona kodemus l'shniya, u'shniya l'shlishis, l'shlishis revius. We say that the person who has the ksuba, who got the first ksuba, let's say his first wife, he married first, so she has the full rights to get whatever money is there, even if, let's say, there's not enough to pay for all 4 ksubos, it doesn't make any difference. The din is that she is the one that is entitled to have her ksuba paid off completely first. And then afterwards we move to the second and so on and so forth. And because of that, the Mishnah says, V'rishayna nishbas l'shniya. The first one has to make a shvua to the second that she never collected anything before. Because again, there's going to be a potential loss if there's not enough money to go around. And for that matter, shniya l'shlishis, l'shlishis revius. The second one to the third, and the third one to the fourth. But the last woman, revius nifras shlo b'shvua. There's no need for her to make a shvua because there's no other person. So if she gets her money, then that's it. There's nothing else to talk about. So look in Rashi, Harishayna nishbas l'shniya. Hishavali, what's the shvua? Shalo gavis mishel baili klum. You never took anything from our husband. Dilma lo mishtayr l'nechasim kishir ksuvasi, because maybe there won't be enough money again to go around. Skipping a couple more lines in the Rashi, Ki amar rabbanan habole param nixi yisaimel para el b'shvua b'yisaim katanim amru v'lo b'gedolim. So here we're talking about Yisaimim, possibly Yisaimim. So the question is a shvua required, not required? So we're going to see possibly there's a machlokus whether this also is if the Yisaimim are adults. Okay, we'll see that in the Gemara. Now Ben Nenis disagrees. Ben Nenis Oimer, V'chimim neishihi achrein eskares. Just because she's the last one, she benefits, she doesn't have to make a shvua. No, afi lo tipor el b'shvua, she also makes a shvua. Again, the Gemara is going to wonder what's the purpose of her making a shvua. There's going to be 3 answers to that. So let's say the ksuba actually is not different dates, but let's say they're all on the same day. It's not just the day, if they all got married the same day, but let's say they got married 1 hour after the other, let's say, or the ksuba was written 1 hour after the other on the same day. That's why in Yerushalayim and the ksuba, which is not our minig bizmanenu, especially that person is only married to 1 wife. So in Yerushalayim, they used to actually write down the hour as well, to alleviate any of these potential sfekos. Let's say all of them are at the same hour. The insham elamana chokas b'shav. Then everything is divided equally. So b'may kamifki, what is this malchokas our Mishnah? Remember Shmuel, we continue on Tzadi Dal Madal. So answer number 1. Let's say the third wife has a field, and it turns out that when she collected it, it really was not her husband's. Says Rashi, wasn't his. It turned out it was stolen. So the rightful owner now takes the field back, and all of a sudden the third woman doesn't have anything for her the ksuba. The fourth one has, because they were all paid, but it turns out the field, let's say if the third one was taken away. And the fourth one collects the ksuba, misad revius, bazuvo medis lemor lomachar yava hanigzol. Maybe someone's going to come, yitul sadeu miyadi. Maybe they'll take their field back. I don't know. What? Maybe they'll feel I'm getting stolen. V'nim sasi. So therefore, that may be the logic of Ben Nenis. So you have this Bal Chayiv, who is Mu'ucher, which is this fourth woman, and she collected the field. Tanakama Sabar, what she collected is not good, so the third woman can just take that fourth woman's field. But then what she collected, and therefore because of that, the third woman cannot get that field back from the fourth woman, and therefore that's why the fourth woman has to make a shvua. Says Rashi, in the middle of Rashi, Dibur Maskil, the Kuli Alma. So Amar Rav Nachman, Amar Rabbi Boravua, the Kuli Alma, Mashi Gabel Gabel. Really, everyone holds that what she collected is not a good collection. Therefore, the third one can grab the fourth away. And therefore, maybe according to the second answer, we're going to see that the second answer, that even if the fourth one takes it, there's no need for her to make a shvuah because the third one could always get it back. Says Rashi, Kaishin and Shema Tichsev Haravias Hazois. What is going to be the concern? Maybe the fourth woman is going to come and consume or devalue the land. As a sadishi goiva. The chi chazid aloi mashbinin law. Once she doesn't have to make a shvuah, yada the hadr shlishis alua, and she knows that if, let's say, it turns out this field was stolen, the third woman's field was stolen, that the third woman can come and take away this field. Kishitl mashbiyada v'loichayish hachravius lashbuchil ara el shamta v'achla. So that's the concern. So Tanakama, so let's look back to the Gemara. Will the fourth woman consume the field? Just be able to get as much as she can out of it as fast as possible. According to Ben Nennis, he is concerned that the field is going to be destroyed. And therefore she has to make a shvuah because she's going to end up destroying the third woman's field. Tanakama says we're not afraid that she's going to do that. Answer number 3. Abaya Kashisha Ikabenaya. Abaya says that Abaya Kashisha is the nafkamina. So what is that? The Tanya Abaya Kashisha Yusaimim Sha'amru. When we spoke about Yusaimim regarding what, says Rashi, Habol Lepar Mehem Yipar El B'Shvuah, that when you collect from Yusaimim, you have to make a shvuah. So does that mean if the Yusaimim are kids? That's what it sounds like. So the Gemara says, Yusaimim Sha'amru Gedolim Ve'en Tzarech Lemer Katanim. Even if they are adults, you still have to make a shvuah. Tanakama lays later by Kashisha. Abaya, the Tanakam does not agree to this and says that no, you do not have to make a shvuah. Ben Nes is later by Kashisha. He says that when you're collecting, you have to make a shvuah, and therefore that's the answer. This is question 9 as well as TA18. Let's see how he writes question 9. Let's say the third woman's field is not his, was stolen, and everyone was taken away. This fourth woman, can she keep it? So therefore we require her to make a shvuah. Even if the fourth woman, her collecting is not a collection, we're afraid that maybe she's going to devalue the land. She doesn't make a shvuah. Or Kadin Hanifra Menech Yisayimim has the same din when it comes to Yisayimim, Yisayim Shamra Fil Gedolim. Okay. But Amr Abhuna Hani Trey Ache, these two brothers, Utrei Shutvi, two partners, the Isluhu Dina Bahadi, they have some type of court case among each other. Chad va'azal chad minayu bahadi ladina. So one goes and takes the other one to din. Says Rashi, b'davar hashutvis v'yatza hashutv chayiv. Lo matzi idach. The other partner is not able to say ad labal devarim deyat. That no, you have nothing to do with this. You can't say this to the other person. El shlichuse avad. Rather, he is doing his shlichus. Says Rashi, "Bedin zesh es chayav chaveri ani adin imcha bechelki." Avad iklo Rav Nachman osura shayli ki hay gavna mai. What's the din in this situation? So mahum asnisin. He harishon inishbis l'shniya shni l'shlishis revius. Be'ilu rishon l'shlishis lo katani. It doesn't say the first one has to swear to the third one. The first one swears to the second. So my time. Why does the first one only swear to the second, not to the third? It must be because they're doing the shlichus for the other one. So midami hasam shvul echad shvul ameya. The truth is, when you make one shvua, what's the difference if it's to one person to 100? It's the same shvua. Hacha oimer iu anahavoy. If I was there, to inatfei, I could have produced a better claim. Vorman elodo isabamasa. That's only if the person's not in the city. When he's in the city, then you should bring. Itmar. So this is going to be question TB19 that asks, what happens in a situation when you have two shtaros for the same field written to two different people for the same day? So obviously he only sold it to one person. So what do we do? So Rabbi Mecholk and Shmuel Omer Shuda Dedaini. Rav says that you should split it evenly. Each one gets half, and Shmuel says Shuda Dedaini. As Rashi says, Machas Rosh and Taisos Shuda Dedaini, as we saw previously. Rashi says, Lefi Re'us Eini Hadayanim Yatil Haschus V'Chayva. So the Dayanim have to somehow be involved and figure out who do you think the person he probably sold it to. There has to be some cheshman involved, according to Rashi, in who it's given to, but it's given to one person, because at least this way, for sure, there's a chance that maybe it was given to the right person, maybe it wasn't given at all. So that's what's done. So Lema Rab Diarmer Krab Meir Diarmer Edi Chasimi Karti. What is that? So Rashi says like this regarding Gittin. We know the beginning of Masechtas Gittin. Rab Meir says that Edi Chasimi is Iker. When Iker Krisus, the main thing are the signatures on the get. So to on a document, the signatures are and the witnesses are that they're signed. That's what's the main thing. So in a situation where you have two people, when you have witnesses that they signed in a place where there's no hours written and it's the same day, then Gilui Datayu, it's pretty clear. Then Makbidin al Hakoid Machavero, that he doesn't really care who comes first, who he's selling the land to. Even one was in the morning, was in the afternoon. One doesn't have a right over the other one because again, there's no hours written anyway. Even though obviously he sold one, he performed a transaction before the other one, but it doesn't change anything. You can't say Shuda Dedani. You're not going to say that, we're going to try to figure out who he wants to give it to. And therefore, according to Rab Meir, Rav is going to be like Rab Meir, that says Cholkin. They just divide it up because there's no real way to see who he wanted to give it to. There's no way to figure out Shuda Dedaini because we just go by the chasimus of the signatures, and the signatures there's signatures on both documents on the same time. So therefore, you would just split it up because we have no idea what other eitzah to do. As we continue to study Daled Mud Beis, Shmuel Demer Rabbi Lezer, Demer Edim Asira Karti, says Rashi, Alva B'Shein Love Edim, even if there's no witnesses, Shenaslim if they Edim. You can still collect from the Chasim Shubadim. We don't really care. The purpose of signatures on a get is only tikkun oilam. Shema Yamusu Edim Asira. If the Edim Asira, the ones who actually saw the get being given over, the document being given over, aren't around. Oh Yelcham didn't say Yom. Edim Asira Iker. The main thing is the witnesses that actually saw the document being given over. V'hacha yesh loimer. It's possible, according to this, that you could figure out who he liked more. And who did he end up doing the giving over to? Because if it's Eidei Chasim Makarti, we only look at the physical documents. We don't care when it was given over. But according to this, we care about when it was given over. That's a Sheni Hata. It must be that the first person he gave it to probably is the one he really wanted to give it to. The one who is around more, or the one he gave it to first. So there's more of a reason to possibly say Shuda Dani if you hold a Masir Karti. Gemara says, well, really, everyone could hold like Rabbi Lezer. So if it's like Rabbi Lezer, I understand Shuda Dani, but I just think the Yachlok. Chaluka difa, Shmuel savar Shuda Dedani difa. Even if you hold a Masir Karti by Gittin or Shtaros, even if you hold a Masir Karti, it doesn't matter. You can still possibly say Chaluka is better. Okay. In fact, so actually, let's quickly look at TB19. Beish Shtaros machar hayotzin be'yom echad makam shein kaisin shois mahadin. So he says, Rameir, the Eidei Chasim Karti, Yachloku. Rabbi Lezer, the Eidei Masir Karti, Pligi Tanoi, Ichaluka Adif, Ishuda Adif. Okay. So he says, could we possibly say that's all, to say that Rav, who is Chaluka, is Rabbi Lezer, was Eidei Masir Karti, V'yomer, Rav Yehuda Marav, Halacha Rabbi Lezer Begittin. He says the halacha is like Rabbi Eliezer begittin, which sounds like only by gittin he holds a Masira Karti, not by shtaros. So Kiyam Risa Kamed Shmuel Omer no af b'shtaros. He also, when it comes to shtaros, he also holds like him. Achalal the Rav Savar b'shtaros lo. The fact that Shmuel said that must be Rav disagrees. El Machverta Rav Rav Meir Shmuel Rabbi Eliezer. You're right. Must be that he doesn't hold like him, and therefore Rav holds like Rav Meir, and Shmuel holds like Rabbi Eliezer. So Meisvei Shnei shtaros yotzes b'yom echad cholkin. So you have to do Shmuel. So it says if you have two documents that come out at the same time, we divide it. So it's a kasha on Shmuel who says Shuddha Didani. So Melech Shmuel, how many Rameir he? The under damn look Rabbi Eliezer. I hold like Rabbi Eliezer. So it's a machlokas. It's Rameir holds. You're right, Cholkin, but I don't hold like that. Me Rameir am a seifa. If you want to tell me it's all like Rameir, who says all about chasima, the signatures, and not about giving over, kasav echad, you write to one masol acher, and you gave it over to someone else. Zeh shemasol lokana. It sounds like clearly Zeh shemasar kana, the one who does the masira. Edi masira is more important. So here Rameir my kana. Ha'imr edi chasima karti tanahi. It's actually machlokas tanaim. Desanya. Chacham armim yachloku. Chachamim say over there in the first parak again that it should be divided. What is that referring to? So says Rashi, Hailech mana leplani, v'halach lebikshu v'loy matzu. So he says, give this $100 to so and so, and you went and you couldn't find him. Shemes, and he died. So yasu lemeshaleach, then you should give it back. Meis lemeshaleach yasul yorshim. If that guy who you gave the money to died, you should give it to his yorshim. Fine. You should divide it up. Yorshim mishalech, v'yorshim tishlachlo. You should divide it up. V'kan omru mashi yirtze shlishi yasa, then shliach yasa. The shliach can do whatever he wants. Al mashuda didaini. So over there, he can decide. Should he split it up, or should he figure out who he should give this money to? Okay. Kan omru mashi yirtze shlishi yasa. Over there it says the shliach can do whatever he wants. Okay. Ima der Rami bar Chama. The mother of Rami bar Chama, Kasavtinu lenichasi lo Rami bar Chama b'safra. She wrote all of her possessions to Rami bar Chama in the morning, says Rashi. V'nada lemi masra techila shtar matana. It's going to be not so clear exactly who she gave, who was given over first. But she wrote it first for her son Rami bar Chama in the morning. L'orta kasvinu l'mar ukva bar Chama. And then she wrote to also to Mar Ukva Bar Chama. So the question is who gets it. So Asi Rami Bar Chama. So Rami Bar Chama, who it was written before, went with Kamed Rav Shesis Benichsa. So he was able to get the possessions. He got it because it was written for him first. So Asa Mar Ukva. So all of a sudden Mar Ukva obviously wasn't too satisfied with that because he also had it entitled to it. He went with Kamed Rav Nachman Ukme Benichsa and gave it to him. So Asar Rav Sheish was looking at Rav Nachman. Amalei my time of Marhachi. Why'd you do this? Amalei my time of Marhachi. Why'd you do that? Why'd you give it to him? You should have given it to him. So Amalei, what do you mean? The Kadim. He was first. Amalei Atu what? B'Yerushalayim Yasvinan Tikasvinan Shais. Yeah, you're right. It was done a little bit earlier in the day, but only in Yerushalayim we write hours. So outside of Yerushalayim, which is where we live, that doesn't make any difference. Says Rashi, "V'kivandlo hikpidu b'nei makom lichtov shais." Since we're not particular writing hours, gilui min hagam she'in hochan achar kaidim lebo b'yom. Their name shavim should be equal. Elamar my time of hachi. So why did you give to the person first? Amalei shuddha didaini, because I hold shuddha didaini. I thought that he should get it first. He should get it. Amalei andanami shuddha didaini. I also hold shuddha didaini for the other kid. Amalei chada di anadaina mar. Lav daina. There's a problem over here. First of all, I'm a judge and you're not able to be a judge in this situation. V'od mikar lav b'taras hachias law. Also, originally it was not based on this law that it was established. Fine. Rashi. Armali ananami tahavi didi shuddha didani v'kivan shepasakti ani hadin shuvin lo chakoyach loheitzi miyadai. You have no koyach to take it out from his hands. Shahari yatzim based in zaka v'shuddha didani. So Rashi says anadaini al pi rosh glusa ve'yeshiva lav b'taras hachiasas law lo marta You didn't say Tam Shulcha Mishum Shuda Dedaini and Mishum Dekadim Hachasima. You mentioned, oh yeah, because the signature was written first. Karab Meir. Uvazu Toyas. This is a mistake. Dolab Yerushalayim Yasvinan. So you originally said the reason why is because it was written first. And then I said, yeah, we don't live in Yerushalayim for shows. Oh yeah, Shuda Dedaini. So you're basically changing your tune as to why you're giving it to him. Hanu Tre Shitre, there was these two documents. Says Rashi, Shel Mecher, Shiyotzu al Sadachas. Again, it was one field, so it's problematic. Two documents on one field. Yoskem Rav Yosef. Chad Havi Kosev the Chamish Benisan. Once it was the 5th of Nisan. V'chad Havi Kosev Benisan Stama. It didn't say the date. It just said the month. It only said the month. So Ukmi Rav Yosef Lahu the Chamsh Benisan Benachasim. So he said that the one who has the star, which says the actual day, the 5th of Nisan, comes before Nisan. So why should I lose out? Just because it doesn't have the day? Maybe it should have said the 5th. It could have said the 1st. So your hands are on the bottom. Ema, you can say Bar Chav Tes B'Nisanat. Maybe it was on the 29th, and therefore you're definitely not entitled to. Amalei v'nichtavli mar, as we continue to Sadi Ham and Aleph, could you please write for me Tirpa me'ir v'elech. Write me a star from ER, which of course comes after Nisan, and onward, says Rashi, Litrov Lekuchos, at least let me collect from after Nisan, from Rosh Chodesh Ir, Shahari Machra, Lo Bachrayas. He did sell me this field Bachrayas, Armlei Yachla Memrulach, he could say, Ad Bar Chad Benisan At. Actually, I wanted it to be sold before on the 1st. The rest says, Shtarcha Kaidim, Yishlo Kadin Natal Mimcha. So my Tekante, Nichtavu Harsha Lahadadi. So what you should do is you should write a Harsha so he can collect from the Lekuchos Mimanavshach. Says Rashi, Yivakshu Ma'es Chavero Bar Chamisha B'Nisan. You should ask the person who was the 5th of Nisan, V'yimsulu Shtar, to give him a star, Yichtavu Harsha Olav Litrov Lekuchos. Im Yomulo Bar Chad B'Nisanat. If you say that really I'm supposed to be taking from the 1st, or Melahem Ani Bo Litrov B'Shvil Ma'es Shel Chamisha B'Nisan. Shari Lishnenu Machor Bachrayas. Ani Bo B'Harsha Alechem. V'im Yomulo Hu Koidem V'ad Bar Chav Tes B'Nisan. So you're really later on. He so Melahem Ani Bo Machmas Atzmi. I'm coming for myself. Adkan.